Hello, my name is Chandra. I'm an associate professor at Edith Cowan University. It's one of the partner organizations of Dolphin Watch. Today it's my pleasure to talk a bit about how dolphin watchers contribute to dolphin research, to conservation and management. So Dolphin Watch is well and truly a team effort. It's an effort of volunteers, of research scientists and managers coming together. And without this huge effort, we certainly wouldn't have Dolphin Watch as we have it today. Just recently, last year, we celebrated our decade of Dolphin Watch running, and we've been able to achieve many things over that period. We've been able to look at how dolphins change in terms of the numbers in the regions that we monitor. And we have been able to see that in certain regions, we definitely have a relatively stable community at those locations. We've also been able to identify that fishing line entanglement in some regions is a major issue, and we know that that's an area we really need to focus on. It causes injury and mortality. We've been able to map out some of the seasonal change in distribution of dolphins in some of these locations. And through that, we have an idea of what might seem to be fairly common in terms of how these animals use these systems. We've also made recommendations to management on some target locations, for example, for fishing line entanglement causes, so areas where we want to target for beach cleanups and extracting rubbish from those areas, old fishing lines that then cause that high risk for dolphins. And finally, we've defined our next decade of priorities, and so we're really excited coming into this new decade of Dolphin Watch. So how do Dolphin Watch citizen scientists contribute to science, research, and management? They conduct dolphin surveys and report sightings. They also help monitor dolphins in terms of their health. They help build dolphin conservation awareness within the community. The dedicated surveys by dolphin watchers complements traditional scientific surveys. Dolphin Watch surveys basically have the advantage that they can occur year-round at a highly frequent rate and more frequent than scientific surveys. And so what this means is we can build up a lot of data in different locations and over time. Scientific surveys complement the citizen science surveys by being able to collect more detailed information. And so, for example, we can get more information on the life history of dolphins, and we can update the fin book quite frequently. So these data are again to get insight into what we talked about before, which is really looking at this seasonality of how dolphins use these key locations. What are the hotspots? What are the important locations? And by doing this, we can get an idea of how it changes over time. And so we can look at these long-term monitoring data sets to see if, for example, a changing climate is having some sort of effect on how dolphins are using this waterway, and also, of course, on their conservation. We also can use the information to get an idea on whether some of our human activities may impact how dolphins occupy these regions. Dolphin watchers also collect additional information, so they might in fact observe disturbance to dolphins from human activities, or they may see newly born calves and they'll report these. As an example of some of the data collected by dolphin watchers, this is a map showing some of the hot spots of sightings that basically accounts for survey effort. So you can see some of these regions with a dark purple color, and that's an area where there are more sightings. So this is an example of the Swan-Canning River Park, and you can see a hot spot. within the inner Fremantle Harbour, and so that's down towards the ocean where there's a mouth that opens out to the ocean. You can also see it in the upper Canning River where it says Shelley Water, and also in several other locations. And these hot spots, some of them can shift a bit depending on the season. And it's likely that they are shifting depending on the prey abundance and distribution, because as the seasons change, then these may change as well. So by being able to monitor how these shift over the years, we can start to track any long-term changes and perhaps anticipate some future potential impact, and hopefully be able to inform on potential management that is required to be able to ensure conservation of the animals into the future. The second contribution citizen scientists make is to help monitor health of the dolphins. And so dolphin watchers do this by reporting injured and sick dolphins when they see them, if they see them. But they also help report continued observations of these animals. So a dolphin might be entangled and it's sighted for the first time on a certain day. However, perhaps there hasn't been an opportunity for managers to go in, the wildlife officers to go in and try to free that dolphin from the entanglement. And so dolphin watchers will repeatedly see it and then be able to report on it. And this builds a capacity for wildlife officers to be able to better respond at an opportune time. And also what it does is allow scientists to collect the information on those animals that either recover or perhaps where mortality occurs, to be able to better understand and anticipate how we can respond. The final thing that dolphin watchers do is build conservation awareness into the community, and perhaps this is the most important role that dolphin watchers have. The other roles are absolutely critical, but this one has the potential as well to make that bigger impact in community. And so quite often when dolphin watchers are out doing their observations, they'll be approached by community members who are asking what they might be doing, and by being able to share their passion and their knowledge with these people, they increase that awareness within the community. So I'll finish here by saying welcome to the Dolphin Watch team.